It's 101.9 The Mix. It's McCabe and Jenny from the Afternoon Mix, and super excited today to catch up with Christian and Hannah from Grouplove. How are you two?
We're doing
We're
great.
doing great.
I want to see if you notice one thing in the studio real quick before we do the
Oh,
interview.
I already know what that is.
No way, man.
That's
You know,
insane.
You went in on that.
That's
That's so
amazing.
cool.
The
Dude.
orange healer jumpsuit. That's very, very limited.
so, bring us up to speed. Yeah, how has the tour been so far on the Summer Carnival?
Dude, this tour is I like the only way I can describe it is psychedelic, because to walk out into these stadiums to like 50,000 people coming in to see Pink is, it's like there's no way to explain it. My mom keeps being like, "Tell me what it's like," and I'm like, I don't know how to explain this. It's just so many people that are so pumped up, and it's such a crazy opportunity.
Now, I did see you posted that you had a little tour bus breakdown. What happens that day?
Well, that day has continued on for this entire tour. We're now driving
no.
ourselves. It's actually, you gotta it's all about perspective, but we're driving ourselves in like a van, 11 of us, pulling a trailer into like these giant stadiums and just getting out, and everyone's just like, "Oh no, sorry, you guys can't come in." And we're like, "Oh no, we're actually playing." And everyone's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." We're like, "No, that's cool." It's definitely rebonding everyone.
I
Yeah,
was
it's
going
like
to
the
say,
early days.
have you gotten closer as a band by this happening?
I mean, yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, I think we have.
We're pretty close already, but now, yeah, we're getting closer.
Now we have to share a playlist in the van, so
Yeah.
it's like,
That's the hardest thing.
I was going to say, that's the hardest part. Usually, what's the rule? Is it the person driving gets to pick or the passengers?
well, Christian actually has this like long extension cord, so he's like wherever he is in the van, he's secretly DJing.
I like to control the music if I can.
Yeah.
So that day when the bus broke down, I saw you did a whole bunch of different things. Like, what were some of the highlights of that day when you're like, well, here we are?
I'm like trying to think highlight of that day. Where was that?
Pittsburgh, I think.
Oh yeah.
We rented before we got the van. We all like split up because there were no vans available, so we were all in these like
truck.
Super Duty like Ford 250s. we were all like crammed into the cab of the trucks. There was like 3 of them, so it was kind of wild driving around.
Yeah, it was kind of it was kind of dangerous, but it was fun. I'm trying to think of highlight. I think we were just like, you know what, tour is we feel so lucky to be back on tour, so let's just like make the most of it and have fun. And I think life is genuinely about the perspective you choose to like how you choose to approach every day. And we've been getting little tests.
Well, we're glad you guys are back out on the road. And I mean, in celebration of your 6th album, is this album number 6 for you guys?
Yeah.
I mean, so let's go down like, what's the one word songs? What's kind of the theme behind that?
That's really how they were like being named as we were recording them, just to remember. And then it's sort of a nice way to like give you a portal into the song to remember it without like stating what it's about or something like that.
I think keeping it simple.
Yeah.
And we've never done that before. We're like, let's do that. This is our 6th album. Let's name all the songs one word,
Yeah.
That was just something to do.
What helps us as radio people, it's not some like really long thing.
Exactly.
This is super easy. So thank you.
Yeah.
And the title of your LP is I Want It All Right Now, and we play your song Hello right now in the Mixed New Music Club. And you mentioned that the song sparked from what you call the 30-second game. Can you explain what that is?
Well, Ben and I play this game where he makes a lot of like instrumentals and beats, and
he's our drummer.
He's our drummer, and sometimes we just I just have him play him, and without listening, I'll just start singing whatever I feel or what I'm hearing first. And really, Hello, a lot of that just came from that 30-second game, like right when I heard it. And I think it just was like kind of when the pandemic, people were like coming back out in the world, and I was feeling like the situation with the phone, everyone was really like much more engaged with their phone than with one another. I think that just became the norm, and that really sparked the early stages of that song.
It's funny too, you might have heard, but that song was the last one we worked on in the studio because we had an extra day. We had done all the other songs we wanted to, and then we were like, what should we do? And we're like, I don't know, there's this other like idea we had, and then we played it for our producer John Congleton, and he's like, let's do that. And then we just wrote the song in like 6 hours, and now it's being played on radio stations and people are singing it back to us now, so it's pretty awesome to see it just like come out in the world by accident in a way. So
yeah,
thanks for supporting it. It's really cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, is that common when you kind of you go into an album and then you make your last song and then that becomes the big single?
I mean, we've heard of other acts who've done that before. I know, like, what's that Nelly song? The really big Nelly song.
like,
Country Grammar.
Or it's getting hot in here. I'm gonna take my clothes off. That's
I didn't know this backstory.
Yeah, that was like I've since we've heard that other people have told me about other songs that were like kind of like throwaways last day of the album, and it becomes the single.
I think it's kind of like that thing when you're not taking yourself too seriously and you're just like lost in the process. You know, that's when the most beautiful things happen. That's when these like special moments happen in life, and you're like, sure, I'll go, and you just don't know what you're about to get into, and then it's like, we had the craziest night.
Right.
It's just like one of those. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't plan for that stuff.
I want to bring up the music video because that was hilarious. All 5 of you fit into this like custom 5-person suit, and it's like one suit and all of your heads are in it. How hard was that to move around in? And did someone fall and bring the rest of you down?
It was definitely kind of a nightmare, especially as the day went on. We're like, I can't believe we're doing this. And it was kind of like this beautiful metaphor for being in a band. It's like you're all stuck together, whether you like it or not. You know, luckily we like it 90% of the time.
But there's
those moments where you're like, I want to get out.
We couldn't go to the bathroom. We couldn't eat. We couldn't drink anything. And it was like 99 degrees in Atlanta and like super humid. And we were just like we were laughing so much the first hour. And then like,
we were crying.
Yeah. Then we were like, oh my God. And it, like, I had to keep getting touched up with makeup. And the feeling of claustrophobia, like, really sunk in way too early on in the day. But yeah, looking back, I'm so glad we did it, but we had like ideas of like coming out and doing an acoustic song during tour and that. And I was like, all of us are like, we are never getting back in that. Unless we get nominated for a Grammy, then we're definitely going to the Grammys in that suit.
Yes.
I love that.
It'll take like an hour to get out of the limo, but it'll be awesome.
Yeah. It'll be worth it. Imagine that red carpet of you guys trying to make your way down.
It'd be so funny.
It'd be so funny.
That'd be awesome.
Since we're talking about Hello, what about now the collaboration with KennyHoopla?
Oh yeah.
How did that come about?
We feel so.
Well, I when KennyHoopla like first dropped his EP, I feel like it was like a while ago now. I just DM'd him and like super fanned out. Was like, oh my God, your voice, your scream, like just like the angst in you, like it's so refreshing to hear this. And like I'm sort of like, I mean, I really fanned out, and then it was like send, and then had this moment where I was like, well, that was like a pretty intense DM, and then didn't hear back from him for a couple weeks. Then he wrote back and was like, I mean, we just really started this online relationship. And so when Hello came out, we were like, how cool would it be to have Kenny guest on that? And just reached out to him, and when he was on tour with Blink, and we like went backstage and hung out for the first time like in person, and had this insane like deeply connecting hang. It was beautiful. And like backstage when Blink is just like shaking the whole stadium, and we're just like, I don't know, it felt like an old friend. And so the collaboration feels like this, like it was meant to be.
I love what he did to the song too. He like brought so much energy to that second verse. Like when you're writing, you don't realize like how songs can change and morph, and it's like I like that version almost more than our version because there's just this new energy that's instilled in it. It's just like really cool. So like when we do tour again and he can come out, hopefully he can join us when we're in a city, like guest on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was super fun.
That would be amazing.
So fun collaborating.
And you've mentioned that a couple of these songs on the new album have kind of brought a new chapter to the band's career. So how is this chapter different from others?
We're on a new record label called Glassnote, which is really exciting. So we have this whole new team of people around us. We have like new management. I don't know, like we just like.
But I think as artists, something about the just shutting down for a few years. I hate like saying the word pandemic because it gives us all, it makes us all feel terrible. But we just like really learned to just trust our instincts and not like look outward, but look more inward. And I really feel like this album is just us being like, we're back 100%. We got to stop for a minute to like recalibrate, and here it is.
Yeah.
Like Grouplove 4.0.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I also see Grouplove 4.0. You keep teasing. I mean, I know you're on tour right now, and we're excited to see you with Pink, but you keep teasing like a headline tour.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's happening early next year.
Do you guys have like a plan of who you plan to go out with as well? And are you guys going to be coming to Chicago? Do you know?
We're definitely coming to Chicago.
Definitely coming to Chicago. We're looking at openers now. It's like fun, kind of like figure out who we can bring out.
Yeah.
Make it a really cool, complete bill. So.
See if we can do this tour not on a bus, but all on scooters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
no, it's gonna be a great tour, and it's gonna be fun to be able to like play the album in full and play some old hits and bring in some B-sides and some covers and do all the stuff that we're not doing on this tour.
I was going to say, I hope there's no breakdowns of any sort when you do your headlining tour, but we're so excited to see you this Saturday at Wrigley Field.
I know, it's so cool.
When's the last time you've been to Chicago?
We were just talking about that. I don't want to say like Lollapalooza because we've definitely been there since, but
I'm trying to think when we were last there.
I think we were there with our family, but not like touring. It's been a minute.
Have you done a show at Wrigley?
Never, no.
Well, we headlined there. It was our own headlining show like a couple years ago.
Oh yeah.
I'm just kidding. No, I've never even seen a game there. I've just like seen photos, but our bass player has definitely seen Pearl Jam there several times.
Yeah.
Right on.
And so he's just like,
excited.
dude, you've no idea the energy. Like
we have mitts, we got balls, we're gonna play catch. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
It's going to be insane. We are excited for you guys. Now, before you guys take the stage, we also have a box of possibly unfortunate questions.
Oh God.
Are you down to like answer one or two? I don't know what
Hell
they
yeah.
are. I don't know.
We'll try.
Okay.
He acts like he doesn't know what they are, but
I don't know. I don't know what they are. Okay. Okay, here's one. What would be your elevator pitch to aliens for why they should abduct you?
We're just a good hang. Christian can cook really well, really good Italian food. We're actually a lot mellower than we appear. Like we're kind of wild on stage. We could entertain you and then just sort of like step back and learn about what you're doing.
Yeah, it'd be nice to escape planet Earth for a little bit.
It would.
See what else is going on out there.
It's a terrible elevator pitch.
No, I abduct you.
We don't know.
Yeah.
Look, UFOs are in right now, so there's a possibility they are down for that.
Okay.
All right, let's do one more from here. Okay. No, let's not do that one.
I want to know what that one was.
No. Let's see here.
You're being choosy over here.
I know. Okay.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank
here's
you.
one. If you were a sitcom character, what would be your catchphrase?
I feel like Ben, our drummer, has so many good catchphrases. Most importantly, that's too expensive. But what would be
I'm so bad at this kind
I
of
know
stuff.
we're terrible at this stuff.
You know what?
Sorry.
Look, it's too expensive. That's perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, it's too expensive. That's
Too
right.
expensive.
Okay, cool. In honor of Ben, he's gonna kill me.
Well, Hannah and Christian, thank you so much for taking the time. We're looking forward to see you kill it at Wrigley. I hope we might see that 5-headed suit, but you said when you win a Grammy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Put it out
It out there. You never know. We're manifesting. I was so nice talking to you guys.
Thanks for the support,
Thank
you
you
guys.
so much.
Appreciate it.
You guys, thanks so much.
Great jumpsuit.
Yeah, crush it.
All right. Take
See
care.
you so soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.